Monday, April 18th, the event of the flood. The verb asa, make, which refers to Noah's actions, also is a key word in the Genesis creation account, as seen in Genesis 1:7, 16, 25, 26, 31, and 2:2. Noah's acts of obedience to God are like God's acts of creation. What we can take from this link is that the flood is not just about God punishing humanity, but about God saving us as well. Read Genesis chapter 7. I will read a few texts from the chapter. Verse 1 says, "Then the Lord said to Noah, 'Enter the ark, you and all your household, for you alone I have seen to be righteous before me in this time.'" Verse 17 says, "Then the flood came upon the earth for 40 days, and the water increased and lifted up the ark, so that it rose above the earth." Verse 23, "Thus he blotted out every living thing that was upon the face of the land, from man to animals, to creeping things and to birds of the sky. And they were blotted out from the earth, and only Noah was left, together with those that were with him in the ark." Why does the description of the flood remind us of the creation account? What lessons can we learn from the parallels between the two events? An attentive reading of the text covering the flood reveals the use of many common words and expressions within the creation story. For example, 7, Genesis 7, 2, 3, 4, and 10, compare with Genesis 2, 1 to 3. Male and female, Genesis 7, 2, 3, 9, 16, compare with Genesis 1, 27. After its kind, Genesis 7, 14, compare with Genesis 1, 11, 12, 21, 24, 25. Beasts, birds, creeping things, see Genesis 7, 8, 14, 21, 23, compare with Genesis 1, 24, 25. And breath of life, Genesis 7, 15, 22, compare with Genesis 2, 7. The flood story reads, then, somewhat like the creation story. These echoes of the creation accounts help reveal that the God who creates is the same as the God who destroys. Deuteronomy 32:39. But these echoes also convey a message of hope. The flood is designed to be a new creation out of the waters, which leads to a new existence. The movement of waters shows that this event of creation is, in fact, reversing the act of creation in Genesis 1. In contrast to Genesis 1, which describes a separation of the waters from above from the waters below, Genesis 1:7, the flood involves their urinification as they explode beyond their borders, Genesis 7:11. This process conveys a paradoxical message. God has to destroy what is before in order to allow for a new creation afterward. The creation of the new earth requires the destruction of the old one. The event of the flood prefigures the future salvation of the world at the end of time. I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth had passed away. Revelation 21:1, compare with Isaiah 65:17. What in us needs to be destroyed in order to be created anew? See Romans chapter 6, 1 to 6. From the book Education, page 129, it says, Before the flood, the development of vegetable and animal life was immeasurably superior to that which has since been known. At the flood, the surface of the earth was broken up, marked changes took place, and in the reformation of the earth's crust were preserved many evidences of the life previously existing. The vast forests buried in the earth at the time of the flood, and since changed to coal, form the extensive coal fields and yield the supplies of oil that minister to our comfort and convenience today. These things, as they are brought to light, are so many witnesses mutely testifying to the truth of the Word of God.